Welcome to Graeme Games. My name is Graeme. This is a game. This is the classic Flash series Ray from Phil JC. The general idea here is that it's an interactive choose your own adventure. So kind of think Henry Stickmin, but if it was closer to like R rated, it's a little bit aggressive. You should be able to tell right away by like the South Park style designs and everything. But here it's informing you how many different branches there actually are and how much there is to see. And so it actually does recommend playing through the game multiple times. Part of my motivation for checking out this game is one, I think I missed it back in the day. Like I don't remember ever playing this game myself, but also now Two Left Thumbs is publishing Repella Fella, coming from the same creator. It's like the 20 years later spiritual successor. The game is set in the future, but it is 20 years after this original Ray was made. A lot has changed in terms of this developer's sensibilities and humor and presentation and just art and everything. Like it looks incredible. This game is going to be off the walls, balls to the hooks. You know, all those crazy things that would convince you that it's a game worth wishlisting and checking out. Whatever the right thing was that I would have needed to have said in this moment, pretend I said it. I'd said that instead. I said it. I said it all the smart things. So you could go wishlist it. Go do that. But now we can actually start playing Ray. I get the gist of it here. You go down to the local liquor store to buy some booze. On your way out, you encounter a bum who appears to be some kind of war hero. We assume he's a hero. He might be just a total jerkwad. Oh, Jim Beam, classic.
Hey, can you spare some change?
I genuinely wasn't expecting voice acting, and it makes sense with a game that's as old as this one that it's like someone recording on the cheapest mic ever made. Give some cash, throw your bottle at his head, share the love, ignore the parasite. You're too good for him. I don't know if I'm necessarily too good, but yeah, I think I'm gonna bottle him. Now no one gets it. How about that? Flip him off as well. Got the booze. Did I, though? I picked it back up. Is that what I did? It's still good. It's just a little dusty on the ground. Just a little bit of hobo blood on it. On your way back to the car, you notice two guys standing behind you. They don't look very happy. The iMac?
Hey, Faggot, how about giving us the keys to your car?
It's a little bit aggressive. Gotta remember it's like, in one sense from a different time, but also just like, I suppose if you really did want to offend someone, still, that is exactly what you would say. Nice music you got going there. I prefer Silwyn, though. Isn't he cool? I don't know who it is. The creator of this game is Australian, so maybe it's something Aussie specific. Get the hell out of there. Show them how Mr. 357 works. You don't take that from anyone. I guess I'm gonna shoot them. Sweet little twirl, the like desert eagle on the side. Is that meant to be like a lock, stock, and two smoking or snatch? It's one of those two Guy Ritchie movies. Let him go. He's learned his lesson. No, I think if we let him go, he's gonna come back for us. So like, it's violent as all heck, but I guess I'm going for it. I don't know what one is. I don't necessarily. It's good though. Pizza pie, lunch special for only $5.75. You can get one. Come in now. Yay! Into Leamington's Pizza. On your way home, you drive by a pizza parlor. You recognize a guy in the window. It's that bastard who's been stalking your girlfriend. Time to teach him a lesson. He looks a little bit Randy Marshy with the mustache there. The donut shop. He's just angrily eating his donut outside for some reason.
Hurry up and pick something!
Don't rush me. I'm going to be the one with a gun here in a minute, and you're not going to want to rush the guy with the gun. Choose your weapon to help the stalker understand you don't like him creeping up on your woman. The submachine gun. If you pick this weapon, you will attempt to drive by. If you pick this weapon, you'll attempt to kill them through the shop window. If you pick this weapon, you'll attempt to pick the stalker off from a distance. I assume that one won't work. Like, it seems too obvious. And this one, you're going to try to get close and stab him. That feels insane, and like it won't work, but that's why I'm going for it, because it seems like the not obvious choice. You can't just walk in there and stab him. You'd be seen too easily. A couple typos right back to back there. You decide to wait out the back. He'll go to his car when he's finished eating. You don't want to try and stab him through the window? He wouldn't see that coming. No one would see that coming. Where's my dinner? Well, you're going out for lunch there first, bud. You gotta wait till later in the day. Taking a piss, stealth, or I guess you just scream and jump up at him? That's messed up. It's dark. Is that like the number of the branch I'm building towards, or like the ending I'm building towards? Home, but you haven't paid your rent in a while. So getting in without getting seen might be a little tricky. This prick's always asking for it, but you don't have the money right now. You could just blow his brains across the wall, but you like living here. A quick beating should do the trick. Paying him? Not an option. Not even a part of the conversation here. Won't consider it.
Hey, why you don't pay rent?
The accent is potentially a little overdone, but I guess they're going for some South Park vibes there, doing the voice acting themselves. Later, I love how, like, crappily the spilled liquor's drawn.
Hey Ray, I got a job for you. Come down to the cafe and I'll tell you what you gotta do.
He was doing that right out in public. Very busy background. That was Pete. He rings you whenever he has a job for you. It isn't usually anything nice either. You have to go down to the cafe and see what he wants. Oh, inconspicuous incognito hoodie.
Okay, here it is. This woman has been kidnapped. This guy knows where she is.
Eyes black.
And he's out back.
Eyes black.
Go beat her out of it. And then go get her. The pay is $5,000. She's important. If she dies, don't bother coming back.
I think it's hilarious that every character's eyes are just listed as black. That's damn amazing. Interrogation. This guy knows where Michelle is. You must retrieve this information from him. If you push him too hard and he dies, you've failed. We're jumping between scenes very quickly here, but it's like a lot of effort was put into drawing up these unique scenes and everything. Like, it's a shortcut, but they didn't, like, cheap out, you know? Where is she, you fuck? Smash him in the face? I don't have time for this shit, kill him. Well, that's instantaneously obviously the wrong call. That's like the one thing they told us not to do. So I'll just smash him in the face. Quick little punching to warm him up, tenderize him, get him ready for further questions. Fist plus face. Tell me.
Why don't you give up?
Tell me.
Why don't you give up?
Alright, time for fist plus face. Oh,
You
got him
hit like a bitch.
right on the chin there. I'm getting tired of asking. Headache punch. If I show him who hits like a bitch, I'm gonna kill him. Headache punch just means punch him in the head? I don't know, that's like some sort of 80s action move or something. I won't ask again. Smack him, throw the garbage bin at his head. I'd rather throw him in the garbage bin.
Okay, I tell you.
Got him.
Take the address out of my top pocket.
He just had it on him? If we had him tied up, we should have just searched him and, like, taken it from him, you know? Better get going, waste him, piss on him and go. He'll never see it coming. It's a little bit excessive, but this is a game of excess, so that's where I'm going. That's brutal. That's so messed up. This is the address you got from the Puerto Rican. Michelle must be inside somewhere. You walk right up and blast him, climb a tree, and pick off the guards with a rifle. That sounds riskier, but it sounds cooler. And I'm going for the cool option on this specific one. Oh, look at all this weaponry we already have. Why were we buying knives earlier? Glad we didn't waste our money on guns. We're locked and loaded. We're stacked to the brim. Is that how you'd call it? There's so much detail put into some of these scenes, and then, like, some of it is drawn so hastily. Obviously, back when people were playing this, what happened over here? That seems no good. I better get a closer look at his blown out brains. Just to be sure. Looks bad. I don't think this is how any of this is supposed to be. Like, these backgrounds are simple in a lot of these places, but you got to keep in mind that this game would have originally been played in browser at like that size. So the fact that any of the backgrounds or art has any effort is above and beyond. Snap his neck, knife him, knock him out. I do have that knife for a reason, you know? I've yet to make a wrong choice. Clearly I have the instincts of a killer, which not necessarily the best thing. It's not great, but it's certainly helping me in this situation. I'm attuned to Ray. That's some incredible modern art. That's just worth millions, certainly. Lunge at him, hope he walks by without looking in your direction. Well, that seems very unlikely to work. But I've trusted my gut this far, and it's worked out for me. He looked just straight at me. Shit. Sooner or later, I had to fail. You have died. Hope he walks by? Oh, I love that this game has snarky responses, same as like Henry Stickmin would. What were you thinking? Well, now you're both dead, and all you can do is... Oh, we shot him too. Okay. All you can do is try again. I was like, the sentence is incomplete. Well, that makes sense that perhaps that wouldn't have been the wisest way to go about it. Then I will lunge at him. It makes a hell of a ruckus, but apparently we did it without getting caught and still managed to subdue him. Oh yeah, hold it sideways so he knows you mean business. Ask him where Michelle is. Well, that was easy enough to determine. That was the lamest little knockout of all time. Go in with the Desert Eagle, going with the M4. Well, I mean... I guess it might be a room filled with people. It seems impractical for like close quarters, but I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of people in here. So that'll leave me nice and... Yeah, exactly. You know what you get it, Ray. It's obvious, isn't it? A game like this where you like intimately choose like stab him in the neck slowly, shoot everyone in the room, blast their brains out, stab their neck, break their bones, is so much... It just hits different than when you're playing a first-person shooter and you're like, click, shoot, 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 shoot. You can kill 500 people, and it doesn't feel the same as hovering over the message and being like, I think I'll destroy his spleen? Sure, why not? Let's make him eat his own eyeballs. Yeah, it's worse. You found Michelle. She's out cold. Guards may be on the way now. Time to get the hell out of there. The garage would have a car in it that you could escape in. I was trying to read the tires. I don't think it says anything, really. The keys. Michelle will be okay here for a while, but you need the keys for the car. You can't simply hotwire this model. Well, you should have planned ahead a bit better with having your own escape plan or getting the keys first, you know? Oh, we've already been caught. No, this is current. This is happening now.
We have an intruder.
Maybe you need security cameras in more parts of your building here. Because how the hell did I not get busted sooner, you know? Oh, it's smashing his way out. It's really funny to see like a high-stakes action sequence play out in a game where things are kind of paced out a little more slowly and that I'm not actually actively ripping and driving around, you know? But I like the effort that was put into making it feel like it is like a full-on action sequence. No wonder this game has persisted as being thought of as like a very classic Flash game. I'm starting to realize I've probably never actually played it. So I could shoot straight up, brake hard, then accelerate, slow down. He might get hurt. Open the sunroof and throw him under the tire. The slowing down is very funny, so I'm gonna try it, even though I do not think it will work. That seemed quite obvious. Oh, I actually just raced away. It totally worked. Nope, but then I got shot because I came to a dead stop. That makes a ton of sense. There's like no damage done to the car, but still, like there's different camera angles and stuff. Oh no, he's just gonna shrug it off. Somehow that seems like it might actually work. Now we just have to do a mano-a-mano showdown with the helicopter, which is like a little much. It's asking a lot. You have 4 rounds left in the mag of your M4. You should use all 4 on one target. don't they say don't spend it all in one place? That seems like exactly the thing we shouldn't do. Select your target by moving the mouse over them and clicking. If you don't click one of them in time, the helicopter gets too close and you die. Kill the pilot. Did I do it right? Is that what I was supposed to do? Is just like click that really quickly? The other option was kill the sniper. I figured just take the whole thing down, right? I don't know what the numbers mean. She's still out cold. The car's trashed, so you have to carry her back. The police will probably be here soon, so any transportation that comes should be taken. Did I use all 4 bullets? Maybe I shouldn't have used all 4 there. Seemed like the first one hit pretty well. Just gonna drag her out in the open, carrying a woman with a gun. You would still be bleeding out the arm, probably messed up from the car crash. Should be looking like hell right now. Someone's gonna see you, dude. You've been walking for hours. Screw walking the rest of the way. The next thing that comes past will have to do. He's gonna stand out in the middle of the road and just like halt. Put a bullet in him, take the bike, ask him to get off, beat him with his own helmet, see if he can walk with a knife in his eye. That's twisted, and so that's the one I'm going for. I think like any of those could have worked. You know, I'm starting to think it's not the Henry Stickmin situation where only one works. It's like sometimes one doesn't work. Like if I asked him to get off, he probably wouldn't. You should probably take her inside. Into our just shithole apartment. Jim Beam spilled everywhere. Are we like half cut through all this and still accomplishing all these crazy feats? Yeah, give that gun a clean with the scratchiest, weakest looking pipe cleaner I've ever seen. Like steel wool, whatever it is. That's all you can do till tomorrow. She still seems to be out, and returning her like that probably won't get you paid too well. Clean your shit, get some sleep, and get ready for another day. What if she wakes up in this stranger's apartment? She's not going to be excited. I feel like you kind of maybe got to like tie her up or something. Oh, I definitely have to cut out this music here. Do not close yet if you wish to see your rank. But yeah, sweet child of mine. Sorry, gonna have to mute this section of the video because that's 100% getting copyright claimed. To obtain your rank, click the numbers corresponding with your total score. What the hell was my total score? Was that the number I was seeing every time? Because I don't know which of these I ended up with. You are a serial killer. Nice, the best rank you can get. You don't waste time as you get to the point and fuck everyone who gets in your way. That or stab them in the face. You kill people without mercy. You're a sociopath with no remorse, but in no way is that bad. You're just looking out for yourself and you use violence to get the message through. And sometimes that is the only way. I, do not know. There's a lot of scenes actually. I do not understand which rank I actually achieved. I'm going to move through things again. And I'll pick through different options. Like here, I'm going to try to be Mr. Nice Guy. Give him some cash. Oh, look at that little thanks, everyone. So maybe that was the rank I was achieving. Got the booze. There's 2 guys standing behind. Gonna chuck some insults my way.
How about
Mean.
giving us the keys to your car?
Mean guys. What if I did give them the keys? What if we just trade cars? That's not an option. Can't just give it. Ask him about the music.
Get him.
We're gonna get beat the hell up. I don't know who Selwyn is, but that was not the right. See, you don't lose. You just get roughed up really hard in those scenarios. We have the guy in the pizza parlor, the stalker who's going after our girlfriend, who we never met. We never met our girlfriend. For the record, the game ends on a hanger because there's a sequel. There's a part 2 to all this.
Hurry up and pick something.
Quit rushing me, you old geezer. Submachine gun, sure. We're going for the drive-by. Good. The fat bastard is still eating. He's eating his dinner forever. His lunch forever. He's eating lunch until dinner. He's just waiting until it becomes dinner time. Do I have to actually click and do it? Was I supposed to do that? Turn back around. A drive-by I don't think really works if you're also the one driving. You really do need a second person to make that work properly. face planting in his lunch. I guess we could kill our landlord.
Hey, why you don't pay rent?
There's not really the nice guy route. Oh, right, you can't actually do that. That one isn't a choice. Yeah, can't really purposely try to do good in these scenarios when majority of the time that isn't an option that's actually presented to us. So I'll just continue to do what I can. Pete has got a job for us. So rather than lightly beating this guy, I'm just going to kill him instantly. And then presumably just grab the address out of his pocket? Interrogation failed. With his brains all over the floor, you'll now never know where she's being kept. She's screwed, you're screwed, and the Puerto Rican guy on the ground is definitely screwed. So I gotta redo that one. Does not work. Where is she, you fuck? Yeah, he's not gonna tell us anything. Gotta smash his face a couple times. Punch him a few more since we know that's what it's gonna take. You take a hit like a bitch. I'll show you what's up with that. Yeah, go Jet Li on his ass. Who hits like a bitch now, you piece of shit? But now that he's dead, you'll never find out where Michelle is being held. So I just gotta smash him a few times. So boring, so tame. Just beating a man within an inch of his life? Much less interesting. If I just... I'm getting tired of asking, Let's just see who can win this game of endurance and patience to see one of us is going to crack first, and it ain't going to be me. Sure, I'll give him the headache punch. Won't ask again.
I tell you.
Oh, I should have smacked him. There was additional opportunities to smack him around that I should have taken. Better get going. You can live this time, man. That's the nice guy route. We're at the address and walk right up and blast him. Surely we won't get shot on the way doing that. I thought that would have went much more poorly. Wow, our aim is not good at all. You have died. Well, that's what you get when you try to run in like an idiot. Maybe you should have taken a more silent approach. The amount of typos is so beautiful. It's obviously not like a good thing, but it is so indicative of this style of game and this era of creating on Newgrounds. Like, anyone can make a game, and it just has to be engaging, you know? The UI doesn't have to look nice. Half the backgrounds can be like half-assed. The story has to be like pretty good, and there has to be like a hook, which in this case is things are like ultra-violent. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure Grand Theft Auto or something. That's like the appeal here. And like the fact that tree looks crappy, it's like, hey, they put in the effort of some sound effects. They tried to tell a story. There's unique character designs. Unique in the sense that they look different, not that they are an original design of character. It's like the hook of a game had to be low because people are only going to play for 10 or 15 minutes. And so sure, if 1 in 10 words are misspelled, it doesn't matter that much, you know? I'm going to snap his neck this time because that just seems like it would be a cool thing to do. Look, it's more beautiful art. I missed that the first time around. And that would have been a shame to have not appreciated it on either go around. It's just simply a thing of beauty. Is that just a color swapped version of that ridiculous scribbling art? Well, I know to go for the lunge. That one is kind of a done deal. Do I just put him down? Blow him away? Oh my god, his eyes go all kitty wampus. You screwed up. A gunshot in the house has alerted every guard, and now Michelle will be killed. Think next time. Well, I thought the first time. This is the next time from my perspective. So what do you think about that kind of time jumping confusion nonsense? Huh? How about that? I'll go in with the Desert Eagle because I essentially know it won't work. That's like way too much. Huh. Either way, guns are guns, I guess. It's basically always gonna work. Just, what are you gonna do about it? Bullets? Guns? It's tough thing to try to live up to. Well, better go snag some keys. I know there's like no real risk here. Kill one of these guys who I think we've seen before. Did we make him shoot himself with his own gun or something?
We have an intruder.
Texas. I don't know if that's actually where this is taking place, or if that, I guess it would like make sense with the Puerto Rican characters and everything, like right along the border, I guess. Like, does that make sense? I think like the action and the music and everything in this section is like pretty great. It's pretty solid. I want to open the sunroof and throw him under the tire. That worked shockingly well. We're so strong, just with one arm. And we're just going to run over him like 1,000 times, hey? While that helicopter's there, presumably getting ready to shoot at us. Maybe we should be in a little bit more of a hurry. I actually, like, I appreciate the hell out of that. I never put that amount of effort into my animations or anything. So yeah, you know, they didn't actually literally smash up the car or anything, but like, there was a lot of effort put into this ridiculous game. I don't even know if this was sponsored. Like, I don't even think he got paid to make this. I don't think so, at least. Kill the sniper. I guess I gotta try and do the other one this time, just to literally see how that works out differently. So now I can't get shot at, but there's still a helicopter. If he really wanted to, if that guy was committed to the cause, he could just ram his helicopter into me. That'd be one option. We didn't want to steal that cool sports car, just gonna let that drive by. Let's try and ask this guy, since I know it's not gonna work. Flipped me off, drove away, and just shot him. So I think we kind of get that guy's motorcycle no matter what. Seems to me like that one couldn't fail. We kind of had the upper hand in that situation. Real ballsy of that guy to, you know, give the finger and be like, nah, not doing that so long, bitch. And leading things off into the sequel, which I also intend to play. I like how one guy was voiced by like a friend or something, you know? I guess I was supposed to track my numbers and like add them up myself. So if you go to the other side, fucking fairy, oh god. Jeez. Don't do that, you might break a nail. Your choices in this movie have proved you to be this, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You're too nice, you're stupid, and I'm amazed someone hasn't ended your pathetic existence yet. God, that got a little aggressive. I'm not saying that's ever okay, but it was 20 years ago. There's like that crazy line that was being walked, especially in like Newgrounds and Flash culture, or online culture at large, I should say. I shouldn't pin that on Flash or Newgrounds, of just like being edgy and pushing those boundaries and things. And so like, oh, calling someone a fairy, oh, it's so edgy and unexpected and everything. The creator of this game was like 16 when they made it. Obviously, they're gonna like slip in some really like edgy stuff in there and try and really like offend and push boundaries and stuff. The entire game, he's blowing people's heads off and stuff. Like, you could pee on a character. I shouldn't be shocked that the end point of the game would be something like that, and I can assume now that would be looked back on poorly even by the creator themselves, you know, I would assume. Things like that would have got people talking. There's a reason this game has like 4 million plays on Newgrounds, and it's because things were offended. We have things like Pico School that came out a few years earlier that are about a literal school shooting. How do you like one-up that and stand out in the crowd of 1 million online games? So, you know, I can't defend it, but I can understand how 20 years ago something like that makes it into the game. Probably also a product of growing up in a small town where people were like mean to each other in that specific way. It's not like people weren't doing it. It doesn't shock me in that sense. Yeah, getting a little off track. Didn't expect to get all philosophical or analytical about our cultural society or anything in the end here. I can understand at a time where games were incredibly basic that something like this would have stood out and that people would have taken notice, you know. I'm still interested to check out the sequel. Very curious to see how the story develops further, how things are like one-upped and improved from there. Don't forget to wishlist Repella Fella if you want to see the general idea of like a hyper-violent, over-the-top, insane point-and-click adventure interactive movie game that is now 20 years in the future with a more refined sense of humor, incredible graphics, fully voice-acted, like 5 hours of cutscenes. There is so much to this full upcoming game, and it's really interesting to see where it all started. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.